Everyone, this is Phrakture, and I'm going to show you how to set up your samples into MPK Mini so you can do something like this. First thing you want to do is make sure your MPK Mini is hooked up, launch Ableton Live, and start a new project. For this, we'll be using the session view, so click the session view button on the top right over here. And also, on this set of buttons over here, you just need to make sure the mixer button is the only one active. Now, right-click anywhere in the session area and insert a new audio track. If there's a MIDI one set there by default, you can just delete it, you won't need it. You'll just need an audio track for this. Now select the file browser on the left and locate any song, sample, or piece of audio you want to use. I've included the download link for the sample I'm using in the video description below, so you can use that if you'd like. Once you've navigated to that file using the file browser, just drag and drop it right into the audio track. Now, click on the MIDI map button up top to the right to go into MIDI map mode. Click on the first cell of the audio track and hit pad 5 on your MPK Mini. Repeat this step with the next 7 cells and the next 7 pads on your MPK Mini like so. What you're doing is you're assigning the individual pads on the MPK Mini to the individual cells on the audio track. After you're done, click the MIDI map button up top again to exit MIDI map mode. Now, every time you hit any of those pads on the MPK Mini, you will trigger whatever audio file is placed on any one of those cells. I'm just going to preview the audio that we are going to work with here. Now what we want to do is we want to get rid of any sort of time stretching or anything that would have happened to the audio file to sync up to the tempo. So to do that, just click on the warp button over here so it takes the audio back to its fully original state. And now we're going to go to the launch box down to the bottom left, just that button over there, and we are going to set the quantization to none. When quantization is set to global, whenever you launch a sample, it will play in sync to your track tempo. But right now for this technique, we don't want that. We set quantization to none so that whenever you hit the pads, it's going to just play the sample. Now just select the sample in the audio track, and you can just adjust the start marker and the end marker over here so that depending on where you want the sample to start from, once you trigger the pad, that's where it's going to start from. This is really useful when you're doing like live remixing or if you're just sampling any other track, because every time you press the pad, it's going to be playing from wherever you want it to start from. Now, a lot of you might say, why don't you just use the drum rack instrument that Ableton already has to do this kind of effect? You wouldn't have to go through and you wouldn't have to set the quantization to none and do all of that. Basically, I'm just doing this simple technique just to show you how flexible MIDI controller, any MIDI controller, specifically here the MPK Mini, just how flexible they can be with this, and just how much fun and how easy it is to really get in and really start feeling the music. Not to sound too, philosophical, but yeah, it's just as simple as that. After you've picked one part of the sample that you want to use, just right-click on the cell and duplicate it so you can select another part. Since you've mapped your pads to the first 8 cells, you can place any audio files in said cells to trigger them. Since these audio files are all on one audio track, every time you play one, it will automatically stop playing any of the other ones. That's pretty much it for this technique. Now it's all up to you to use it, experiment with it, and create some awesome music and performance routines. In future videos, I will explain how to use the drum rack with the MPK Mini, how to incorporate live effects with the knobs, as well as using the 25-key keyboard. Thank you for watching this video, and I hope it helps you in your future musical endeavors. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them in the comments section below. You can also contact me at contact@phrakture.com or inbox me here on YouTube. You can check out some of my music at music.phrakture.com, right here on YouTube, or search Phrakture at beatport.com. Be sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel. You can follow me on Facebook at facebook.com/phrakturemusic or on Twitter at phrakturemusic. Thank you.